go for it.
Going?
Yep.
Hello, I'm Lauren.
I'm Brenna Kurlick.
Brenna. Christian.
Marissa Aguilar.
Marissa.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here today.
I can be here?
So, you do understand that this interview is for the management training position at Nationwide Children's Hospital, right?
Yes.
Okay, the qualifications for this job, obviously you have them, but just to let you know, you need comprehensive knowledge of customer service and management technique, excellent listening and team building skills as attention to performance enhancement and employee development, and you have to be a proven innovative problem solver.
Okay.
You good with that?
I think so.
Okay.
We'll find out.
We'll go into the interview.
Okay.
I'm interested in how you first heard about this position.
I actually applied for this position online, and quite a while ago, actually, and what they do is well, you guys know, they send me, when you have openings, they send me notifications for that, and then this opportunity came up, and I sent in my application, and then you guys gave me a call.
Awesome. I see on your resume that you attended Lufkin University.
Yes.
That's correct. And you majored in nutrition and dietetics.
Yes.
What kind of got you interested in this field?
I have been interested in nutrition since high school, junior high, and I just kind of started to learn and realize that we can nourish our bodies and take care of our bodies through nutrition, and if we do it right, no one ever has to be sick. And if we take care of our bodies correctly, then we would just live a lot healthier, happier lives.
Yeah, that's true. So you said that you went to Bluffton University. How do you think Bluffton prepared you to be a dietitian or for this position?
Bluffton, since it's a smaller school, I mean, I felt like they could really concentrate on what I needed and on what my peers needed because there were less of us. And so when you finally start getting into your core classes for your junior year, especially your senior year when you do clinicals, you're really exposed to what the job's going to be like. And I really do feel ready. And when I did my internship, I had hospital time, I had time like in the background with food service as well. So I feel like I've been exposed to a lot that has prepared me to be here.
Working here, you'll be supervising and training a lot of other people. So I'm just interested if you've ever been a part of a team project, on a team maybe, and like how you think that has better prepared you for this position.
Okay. Just teams in general, I've always played athletic sports. So you have to learn to work with different personalities and with different schedules, and like group work at school when you had to do presentations together. You know, you have to collaborate different schedules. Even though we might be in the same class, you have basketball players, you have, you know, people who are obligated to do different things as well. So scheduling is one thing, and then you have to learn to accommodate different personalities. You know, there's some people who are going to be perfectionists and ones who aren't quite so attentive to detail, and you just, I mean, you have to work with that because there's strengths and weaknesses in both areas.
You talked about like people that have different personalities. Say something you did as a manager was not agreed upon by people that are under you. How would you go about maybe changing their mind or making it so you kind of make every party happy? What would you do to solve this problem?
Well, like managers do a lot of scheduling. So let's say I had to schedule some hours that someone really didn't want or that wasn't going to work for them that week, you know. I think it would depend on the employee, first of all, you know, how understanding they were about it. If they, you know, if I had given them those hours because I thought that would fit into their lifestyle the best, you know, I'm not going to purposefully put someone in a hard place as far as scheduling goes, you know. But if you need someone to work, then that's what has to happen. So I think that if I had to schedule like unfavorable hours, I would say, you know, I'm aware that this is tough, but it won't be like this every time. You just have to take your turn, especially maybe if they were new to the company. You know, and sometimes you have to get the groundwork of it before you get the good hours and things. So,
yes.
I mean,
It's good because in food service, sometimes there's a lot of different rotations. You go
Right.
through employees a lot, and you never know. Some people are more flexible than others, depending on what they're going through or what's going on in their life. So it's good.
So you talked a little bit about your internship, and on your resume it shows a lot about your other job. What would your last boss say about you?
My last boss, let's see, that was my job in college, and I worked in the financial aid office, where I mostly did a lot of filing, paperwork, sending mail, lots of attention to detail, since I was in financial aid. And I would think that she would say that I was very prompt. You know, there's deadlines that you have to meet in any job, and if they aren't met, then we're going to have some issues. So I had to be on time with everything. I had to be organized, and I mean, organized, being prompt. I think that, and I'm easy to work with. You know, if you tell me you need something, I'll do it. I'm not going to complain a lot, so.
Excellent. I think those are essential skills for nationwide. Are you willing to relocate if there were other branches of the hospital opening and taking other positions?
At this point in my life, yes, because I don't have any obligations. You know, I'm young, I want to see the world, and it's just opportunities. So, yes, I would be okay.
So your family situation's really good?
As of right now, you know, it's just me, so.
What do you think the purpose of a good food service program is? Like in a hospital, especially with children, you have to please people. You have to please people that are working in the hospital. When it comes to food service, like what do you think would be the best program or way to run it?
I think food service is the core of the hospital. You know, you need good doctors and you need good nurses. You know, those are all essential as well. But if we can't provide the nutrition for patients to get better, then, you know, that's half of the treatment. You know, you can't give unhealthy foods or sugar to a diabetic patient. So the knowledge and the technology that goes behind food service is just priceless. And a good managing staff and good employees in that area that have the knowledge that, you know, how serious some of the nutrition guidelines can be for some patients is essential.
So you'll be working in the hospital, and a lot of times your hours might not be ideal. So how do you feel about working with unfavorable hours?
I mean, since I would just be starting out, I'm aware of that. You know, there's going to be some nights that I'm going to work hours that are late or really early, but you know, everyone goes through that, and you just work with it. I hope that I have some advance notice so I can prepare, you know, but I mean, whatever happens, happens. I can do it.
Like I said before, you're going to be kind of head of a team helping other people. So what would you do if the work of a subordinate or team member was not up to expectations? How would you handle that situation?
Well, if they were a team member and they were like equal ranking with me, you know, I might say something to them before ratting them out to the manager, because if they really are slacking off in their work, then the manager is probably aware of it, and I wouldn't want to step on any toes as far as that went. But if they were my subordinate and they were working under me, then I would keep my eye on them, maybe give them some performance evaluations, some surveys, and see how they were comparing to the other people, and if they were doing what they were supposed to be doing in our team and kept pulling their weight. And so, you know, hopefully no one likes to handle that, but it happens. So I would do some testing and some ethical. You know, I'd give them the chance to correct their mistakes and improve before I ever even thought about it.
So here on your resume, you were involved in UNA.
Yes.
What is that?
UNA was our Bluffton University Nutrition Association. And we would just have meetings weekly, but we would hold a lot of things on campus that for nutrition awareness. On the weekends, they would go to CUP, which is a food pantry that's near Bluffton, and work for a few hours to stock and help people get their groceries. Just kind of exposed you to a lot of the aspects of dietetics. We would go to what they call workshops, cultural workshops, where you could learn about up-and-coming trends in food, nutrition, medication, whatever. And I think it was a big part of my experience because I learned a lot.
Like seeing people volunteering and
There was a lot of volunteers.
Just kind of a situation for you. A coworker tells you in confidence that she plans to call in sick while actually taking a week's vacation. How would you handle that kind of situation?
If I was their boss, obviously it's inappropriate, and I want to have good relationships with my coworkers and with my staff, but there's a line, and I would have to tell them, I want you to take vacation time and I want you to have a good time with your family, but please don't lie to me about it, because otherwise then I know that they would try to cheat the system that way, and I would be reluctant to give them sick days and more vacation days, and so, it would be hard, but you'd have to handle it professionally. You can't jeopardize the integrity of the company, of food service, it's not worth it.
Okay.
you answered a lot of questions. Do you have any questions for us that you would like?
I do, actually. I have them written down. Why do you guys choose to stay here at Nationwide Hospital? Why do you like it here?
Well, I really love the community that we have here. All of the workers here are really great. It's a great, wonderful work environment, especially compared to previous jobs that I've held. I feel really close-knit with all of my coworkers, my people below me and people above me. So I just think the work environment is the main reason I'm here. I don't know if you could tell just by walking in, being greeted at the front door, that it's just a really friendly and great place to work.
Definitely. Okay. So what can I expect my normal day to be like? Like a 12-hour shift, 8-hour shift?
That'll probably come with time. It's sometimes hard to tell. We like to keep people on a regular schedule, especially people with families and stuff like that. So with you, since it's just you're new, you might get some unfavorable hours to start off with.
Yeah.
But also, it'll help you learn the system. It'll help you do this, and eventually you'll probably get put on a normal schedule too. It all depends with the cycle of employees coming through and how you fit, how you would work in with other employees, how you mesh in different teams, and it all depends on what happens, I guess.
Okay. My last question is, your company, you're always looking for ways to improve. How would you guys improve your food service program, or just nationwide in general?
I think a lot of what we want to improve on involves having patients understand that we're working with them, especially when it comes to food. A lot of times they don't want to eat how we want them to eat or know that they need to eat. And since you'll be in a management position, you won't be actually working with the patients, but you'll be able to kind of but manage the other dietitians and show them how to work with patients and be able to communicate well with the patients and let them know what they need to do.
Especially children. They're picky eaters.
Yeah. It's a hard situation sometimes, so we're definitely trying to improve on that, connecting more with the patients to help them understand that we are working with them.
And that's another reason we really like you, is because you're young and you'll understand more than maybe someone who's older. You just got out of school, you know all the new stuff.
I think I know.
Exactly. You know the new things. You
Yeah.
know how to get children maybe to listen a little better than someone who's more like a dictator. You can be more of a friend.
Great.
I think
That's all I have.
Yeah, we'll let you know, hopefully here in the next couple of days, whether you need a second interview or if we decide to just go ahead and hire you.
Okay.
But we really like what we see, and
Great.
we'll definitely let you know soon.
Thank you so much. I'll be waiting.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me walk you to the